one person at a time. For society to get it right, family plays a major role. Get ready to talk family on Family Talk with the Tekers. Now, on your number one station for talk, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Well, we're back again. Good morning, Lagos. And the Family Talk is live. Let's get serious as we bring you yet another big conversation that affects us as family members. We believe that every family, everybody, no matter who you are, whether you say, I'm not in good terms with my family members, you belong to a family. You come from a family. And we believe that that's where the best training can come from. The trainings that you take along with you as you go. Even though you still have to make your decisions yourself, but the foundational training that you need, values as it were, come from the family. And that's why we take out an hour exclusively as a family, the Tekers, to talk about family matters. And that's because the family actually matters. Today, we have a part 2 of our yesterday's conversation. We didn't have enough time to explore the conversation, even though Lagosians are ready to talk to us, and many of them called in to be a part of the broadcast. And they say, you know what, let's get a part 2 today and have you talk to us as long as you can on the topic. And what's that topic?
Yeah, so we started asking yesterday, should parents discuss their challenges with their kids? Is it okay for parents to discuss the current situation of things in the family with their kids? And a few people said, yes, it is important that your children know, or, that you communicate with your children as to what's going on in the family. While some other people said, no, I think the age should matter. You shouldn't tell them until they get to a certain age. Some people said 13, some people said 18. But today we want to still find out, what are the disadvantages, what are the advantages when you're sharing the current situation of things to your kids? Is it a no-no for you, or is it something that you would encourage?
It's more like a debatable conversation because, there's people, anytime you have a conversation or a question, that people are on both sides, all right?
Yes.
We make it a debate. So if you are for, you let us know. Yes, I have my children, they have to know. If you're against, bring your strong points forward and try to keep it within the ambit of the time. 1 minute you've got, each caller, let's say 1 minute, 15 seconds or thereabout. Ensure that you stick to the time so that we can take as many calls as possible. And when you come in, prepare your thoughts before you get a contribute. So people just call and come in and say, to the topic, and then they're lost and all that. Let's try to keep to the time so we can get as many people. So, should parents discuss their challenges with their kids? That's the question. And the aim for this conversation is to do an examination of the effect and consequences of child-parent secrecy.
Also, we shared the question. We're also asking, is exposing a child to certain mental information detrimental to your mental health? Or, sharing certain kind of information, would that be detrimental to their mental health? Right.
So let's bring it to your table. Were your parents open to you about their challenges, the challenges they faced, whether it was relationship or the gender? Were they open to you about it? Did that have any effect? Can children play a role in helping parents go through challenging time?
Yeah.
If they know, what role do they have a role to play, or their own is just to sleep, wake up, eat, ask and demand? So, do they have a role to play?
If I were to answer that question, yes, they do have a role to play.
So that means if they are not aware, they won't be playing their role.
They won't play their role.
So it makes it a debatable matter. Some will say, no, their children, don't let them know. They should not know anything. So we had a lot of people talk about that. So what side of the divide are you run?
And also, what was your experience growing up? I think Collins asked that question earlier as well. Were you part of those children that your parents told things going on in the family, or you were just in the dark? You didn't know about anything. The current situation, the finances, situation when it comes to, the relationship between your mom and your dad, or anything going on in the family.
I remember I was very young, and there were these. We're living in a family house, a very big family house. My stepdad's dad was sort of top guy, and then he had so many houses. So all his children, he gave them the culture. He built a house where there are different buildings, a compound.
Yeah.
So each of the children, they have their houses there. Even if you move out, it's like a family house. Even if you move out on your own, you still have a flat
in
somewhere.
the compound. Yeah.
So I was in that compound. We're living there. That kind of compound. No be smart, many things. This one argue. Oh, you killed my this. You're the one that passed my compound. You're the one that go and sweep this and all that. So all those experiences were there. It became overwhelming. And my mom was just a peaceful, peace-loving woman who would never want anything to affect the children. He would just want and rather just defend the kids and take them away. So from time to time, things happened. There were arguments that involved her and my stepdad and other people. I remember I was very young. He would sit me down and explain to me, I don't want you to go there because of this and this and that. And your dad is this, that, this and that. My dad used to call my attention to it. So somehow I was aware of the happenings in the compound, and it puts me, it kind of like directed me. I was now careful what I needed to do, who I open up to, and I became responsible. That was me in a way playing my role in ensuring that I can protect the family.
Yeah.
Because if I don't tell you, innocently the child can go and say, my mommy and daddy, they have you can't say, it's a child. It doesn't matter, it's a child. What if the child shares a secret that would destroy the life of the family?
Okay.
So if you look at it from that perspective, you feel like, even if the child is a child, you might want to share. What they should know. Just thinking aloud, guys. That's where we are.
Well, if I want to also share my experience.
Yep.
So I think that growing up, my dad did a lot of that, where that he calls us whenever there's changes, probably in the finances, the changes here and there. He calls us and he sits us down and he shares with us things going on in the family, especially when it comes to finances. There are things that we used to have. I remember when he started having challenges, with his business and his finances, and he had to sit us down. I remember vividly, because this happened not just once. It happened occasionally, where he would call us and he would say, I know that you're expecting that I pay this and this and that, but right now, I cannot afford to pay this and that, and these are the reasons. Hoping that you would understand and be patient with me. And I think at that period, we were still in primary school.
Okay.
Yes, we're still in primary school. And he did that also when we were in secondary school until, he passed on. So I am of the opinion, and I think that it plays a very good role, because at that point we're able to understand what was going on. We didn't get to demand for things.
Yeah.
We were not impatient. It's not that we didn't know what was going on. We knew what was going on, and this helped us not to demand for too much and put him under excessive pressure.
All right.
Right? That happened. Also, he would sit us down and say, okay, I want you guys to pray for me at this time. This is what's ongoing. I have a particular contract that is coming.
Yeah.
I want you all to maybe pray for me and fast for like 3 days. And, and the funny thing is, or the amazing thing is, after we're done with that prayer, just like 2 or 3 days after, he will call us and say, oh, that deal went well, and so I'm going to buy this for you all, I'm going to do this for you all. So it felt that we were part of the family. It helped us feel that we were part of a family, like
contributing somehow.
Even though we were not doing anything like physically giving him money or going out to hustle for him. It felt like we were actually contributing to the success of the family.
All right, guys, that's it. You heard our experiences. We want to hear yours. Should parents discuss their challenges with the kids? Bring your strong points forward. The numbers haven't changed. 0700 993 993 993. And
The female-only line, I think this line is also a general line for the moment.
Yep.
014657190. If you want to drop a WhatsApp message, you can do that via
0809-597-5805. 0809-597-5805. Should parents discuss their challenges with their kids? And now, let's not even talk about relationships also. I mean, relationship issues between parents, mother and
now I have a personal experience to share in that regard as well.
Okay, so we touch on all of that as we proceed, because some people have the opinion that no, don't tell them. Like someone called this, they say he's going to change the child against the father. Imagine your mom saying, your dad, see what your daddy did.
Yeah.
So that means it matters how you say it.
It
too.
matters how you say it.
To what end? Is it for them to be informed and make their decision by themselves, or to win them over?
You see, that's the thing.
Uh-huh.
I would share my experience earlier. Adiola is on the line and calling from Ogba.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
What's up, Lagos?
Chester Live.
Yes, this is Adiola. I'm calling from Ogba. I'm a first-time caller on the show.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you, the Tekes. I'm glad that I finally got you today.
Wow.
This 01 number, I think maybe you should leave it as general number, because I've been calling for more than 2 years now.
Wow.
All right. So I want to talk about the topic that parents should share. Some of the challenges of the family with the children.
Yeah.
My opinion is that, yes, parents should share with the children, but there's something in education that is called age-appropriate information.
Okay.
So you need to break it down, even though you are saying exactly that same thing, but you need to say it in a way that will be enough, that will be just okay for the child at a particular age to consume. The advantage of letting the child know is because, one, it makes the child feel that is important, that his opinion also matters. That is important, that's why you are telling him. And that forges a kind of, a kind of relationship. There's closeness. You all become close. It happened to my family. We're four, but my parents had challenges. They told us, and we were part of it. We prayed together till date. We are very close. We are all closely knit, even though we are scattered around the world. But then we are still closely knit. We speak, we have, and when someone has a challenge and we know about it, we try to come together to, to face that challenge because
together.
we see that it's any attack on one person is an attack on all. And we brought our wives and our husbands, into that fold also.
Wow.
And we are building that. But all that started from the fact that our parents made us understand what was going on at each time, at each moment, and that has now snowballed into something that is that other families around now, they're trying to emulate us. So with that point, I hope I've been able to convince people.
Nice one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adiola.
Wow.
That made so much
Something
sense.
instructive in what he said.
Yeah, that made so much sense. And I can totally relate, because exactly what's happening in my family as well.
That's right.
I can absolutely relate.
So that I'll be, I'm a part of the family, I know, 100, but I'll be like, God, see love. See, this is amazing. Who'll be uncle, who's grandchild, who's cousin, it's just fun.
Yeah.
But it starts from home. It starts from giving your children that sense of belonging. Not just by saying you are my child.
But he said something, age-appropriate information.
Absolutely.
Because
those who can say, wow.
Their parents will say it, wow.
They don't say, no money,
They say, wow. Even the part, you mentioned something about father and mother having fights or issues or relationship issues,
which is inevitable.
Do you get it? And then you see the mother saying, "That's your father. I'll see what your father is doing to me. Can you see that? You see your father, And then in the mind of that child is looking like, it's like my dad is an evil person. My dad is a bad person, and that hurts the child.
That's right. Back to the call. Bring your points forward on this debate and defend your points. Should parents discuss their challenges with their kids? On Family Talk with the Tekes.
What's up, Lagos? Welcome.
What's up, Lagos?
Yes.
Moses on the line. Moses from Becky.
Cheers to life. Welcome, Moses.
Sure. Yeah. So the fact there is this. It's good for parents to discuss every little thing with a child because the truth is that you call them a child, but without sincerity, what their big brain can carry sometimes will be a miss. It makes them mature. You understand?
That's right.
There are some children today, places like Russia in the military that knows no pain because they have been trained from a child. They don't train them like a child, so they don't even know what it feels to be a child. You understand?
Yeah.
So first, our children, we can be able to train them in a way that they will understand what is happening in the family. That you don't need to tell them, baby, or my son, I don't have such money to pay for your school fees. They will be the one to tell you, Mom, don't worry. I think I'll
Ooh.
help you.
All right.
You may see them.
Okay. That must be at a certain age, right?
Then the same way you talk.
Oh, your network is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Wow, but he was making so much sense, and I'd love to hear more.
You should not train children. They should miss the children's nest in them.
No. Is that what he said? I don't think that's what he said. Did he say they should lose
That they
the
should not-
children?
That children should be trained in such a way that they don't know no pain. They don't consider. Is that not what I heard?
Was that what he said? If that was what he said, no, that didn't make sense.
See, it's
I
the
thought he
the
was-
key elements that whatever contribution you're going to make, there's something fundamental that's been mentioned here, which has to do with the first caller saying that that's appropriate information.
Age appropriate
Great
information. Yes.
for children. That's very key because you can't tell a child who's okay if you have an 18 months or 19 months old child. Doesn't that child deserve to at least have an idea? Okay, let's say it's a toddler. I mean, let's move on. It's a toddler, full-grown toddler who can talk, but you mean, of course, still very young.
Yeah.
Will you go and tell? How would they even understand? So you find the age, the appropriate way of passing that information across, which is very key. So if for those who are saying that, tell them that's a standard that I think everyone should hold on to, as it were. But let's hear more from Lagosians.
Hello, what's up, Lagos? Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Stop, Lagos.
Yes,
Cheers to
alive.
life.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Obianuju. I'm calling from Lekki.
Welcome.
So, this topic is a topic that is very dear to me because I've had an experience about this.
All right.
So, when I was in just 3, my parents had issues. Now, let me tell you what I believe. I believe every parent should tell their child what is going on. They might not say it explicitly. They might not say it to the full detail.
Yeah.
But just tell your child what is going on. All right. So my parents had issues. It was really heated at some point. And in my school, there is this PTA from where I stay. We all go to school together. They come to pick us together. We use a bus. So my parents were hiding this stuff from me. Unfortunately for them, they discussed some of these things with my friends in school. And these other parents don't pay attention to know that their children are around when they will now be discussing it with themselves. So my friends pick up this information and in school, they discuss it.
Wow.
Now, I didn't even have an idea. They just say, it's just mom and it's just dad, they're having issues. Because my parents were really popular.
Wow.
At some point, they're really popular. So I hear it from these people.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't tell you. I just want to tell you, it's just God
Wow.
that saves my sense of reasoning.
Wow.
Because I dislike everything about my parents. At some point, I wasn't talking to them because I was hearing gist about my own father and my mother
And
from
you don't know.
school, from friends.
All right.
People were gossiping, that's why the mom and the dad had issues. The mom had to move back to the UK. And my mom has not even moved to the UK.
Wow.
She was still in Nigeria.
Wow. Thank you so much, Iju.
As a partner who shares your ambition, we understand what it takes to break barriers and expand your
Smart Business Loan from Standard Chartered Bank is easily accessible. Simply contact your relationship manager or send an email to nigeriabb.products@sc.com or call 234-123-68475, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. workdays. To get started, visit www.sc.com/ng for more details. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good.
We've had many battles, we have won some wars, but in all our struggles, we have lost loved ones. It may be cloudy outside, but not for very long. We will surely see the sun, 'cause we know no matter the weather, no matter the tide, we go there together. We stand by your side. No yawa, no problem. Go fit stand to fight us. We go stand together. We go beat them down.
Coming! Oh, Vincent, just the person I want to see. You're welcome. Please sit down, sit down.
What happened, Chief? You're looking all bright and cheerful today, unlike last week when...
Forget about last week. I now have my insurance policy from Linkage Assurance PLC. That means all my containers, motor vehicles, and my warehouse are well protected.
Hey, I hear that Linkage Assurance PLC is now bigger,
Yes.
bolder,
Yes.
and better to offer various classes of insurance like motor insurance, oil and gas, fire and burglary, agriculture, marine and aviation, and general accident insurance with prompt claim settlement.
To get your Linkage Assurance policy, please call 0700 546 52273. Linkage Assurance PLC. Protection that counts.
Omnibiz, oh. Online market for your store. No enter market just to open your store. Them go deliver your goods straight to your door.
Free yourself from katakata. Nigeria independence don't reach 61 years. You say fifth gain independence from market wahala. Omnibiz go summer better retailers with prices where reach millions of naira. No celebrate. To chopulate this one, use promo code FREEDOM when you want check out. Make you press computer, go shop.omnibiz.com or download the app to enjoy this one. Proudly Nigeria. This better promo go end for 3rd of October.
Our oil walkathon is back. In commemoration of this year's World Heart Day, join us for the Power Oil Walk Heart On, starting at the Ikoyi Link Bridge and the Teslim Balogun Stadium at 6:30 a.m. on Saturday, the 2nd of October, 2021. Come out with your friends and family. Let's have some fun as lots of exciting activities, music, and refreshment awaits you. Listen to your heart. Let's walk together for our hearts. See you there.
Power oil, power oil. Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
We talk about real-life conversations happening to real-life people every day. This is Family Talk with the Tekes. Family is everything.
Indeed, family is everything. Welcome back to the Family Talk with the Tekes right here, Nigeria's number one for talk, 99.3 Nigeria Info. And we are
The Tekes. We're asking the question, should parents discuss their challenges with their kids? And our aim is to examine the effects and consequences of child-parent secrecy.
So far, so good. A lot has been said. The last caller took...
Yeah, I mean, she shared her personal experience as to how that both parents were actually going through a difficult time in their relationship, in their marriage. But she never got to know about it from them. She knew in school from other people, and it really did break her heart. I can imagine how I can imagine how she must have felt, knowing that, I mean, she must have lost so much trust in her parents. I mean, I'm sure she'll feel like, you were supposed to tell me this thing. Did you think I won't be able to process what is ongoing? And that's the thing. We underestimate our children. We underestimate them a lot. I was saying something to Collins when the mics were down. I am of the opinion strongly that you should share whatever it is, even when mother and father are having a difficult time with themselves, it's okay to share, especially when they observe. You think that they don't observe, you think that they don't know that you think that they don't feel that there's a friction ongoing. You can pretend, right?
Yep.
You can try to act it all out and be all dramatic and be all, you can try to act it all out, but they are smart and they are sensitive and they can observe. Parenting is, when people say that because you have a child, then automatically you're a parent.
Mba.
Parenting is not something we were born with.
Yep.
It's a skill. And not everybody has that skill to, to be a parent, right?
Even if you have a child.
One of the skills that you should have when it comes to parenting is communication. You can discuss things with your children, but how do you communicate that with them? That is actually what makes the difference.
Wow, you have defended your point very strongly on the side. And a lot of people still find it difficult to say, how do I tell this child? How do I communicate? Now, you mentioned something when father and mother are having issues, all right? And how do you even tell your children, especially if, let's say, you are going through a divorce, for example? How do you even communicate that with your kids? But let's take some calls and hear more from the Goshen's.
That's right. 014657190. Hello, what's up, Lagos? Welcome.
What's up, Lagos? Good morning.
Good morning.
Though I'm first time caller on your show.
All right.
Good to have you.
Yes. What I want to say, because thank God my both parents are still living, and I'm a parent. I have children.
You're right.
So from my upbringing, I learned a lot from my parents, because though I'm from a polygamous home. So based on what my mother used to tell me, you have to stand, you have to be. So I try to build myself to be a better person, not to look at anybody. That's a part I learned from my mom. Then in my marriage, the way it is, from the early stage of my marriage, when I started having children, the home was peaceful, everything was going on smoothly. But later in life, like 10, 12 years, things start going very funny. So some of those things I've tried to swallow, as in things that is happening that maybe from what I've learned from the pre-marriage course, you should not say this before the children, till the extent that I could no longer bear it. So I now, and my spouse is not ready to change, so I now make my children my best friends. Making my children my best friend is telling them every damn thing that happens. And telling them the secret of even how we met and everything gives me joy and makes me the most happiest person on earth.
Wow.
Because I don't just want to go into details. What I'm trying to say in essence is, when anything is going on in the family, both good and bad, carry the children along. Because those children you are thinking that they are kids, they don't know anything. They may even know more than you and your husband. Because there was a day something happened in the home. I was very surprised that my fourth son came out, the way he started talking and crying. I was just calm. I could not even say a word. The only thing I could do was crying. So whatever parents do in the house, even if they did not tell the child will know. So it's better you open up to the children than them hearing or listening to any other people discussing you outside. That is all I have to say.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much. Wow. Strong woman.
Okay. Hello, what's up, Lagos?
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
My name is Ayo. I'm calling from Mijaniki.
All right, Ayon, let's talk.
I think carrying the children along really affected my decision in life. Because when I was in the junior class, I had my parents at a point, everything was okay at the beginning, at the point things were not rosy anymore. And I was like, I want to become the breadwinner of the family. For that reason, I asked my mother, the richest person in your family, what does he do? He said the person is a pilot. I said, I want to become a pilot. Do you know, I was supposed to do sciences in the SS, but because I understand the finance of my family, because my mother and my father do carry me along as the first son, I could not take sciences because I had to pity them. I know what it will cost them to maintain me in a science class.
Wow.
Even when I see those who are less intelligent than I am going into the sciences, In fact, some of my teachers were telling me that I would be frustrated in the commercial class I was going. I will not find it fun. I will still come back to that sciences. But I knew what I know from home. And I could not pick the sciences. Now that I grew, I regretted not doing sciences because I know what I would have achieved if I have done sciences.
Wow.
And as at that time, I was the one that changed the fortune of the family because it got to a point the two were. My father was on a sick bed for like 2 years and nothing could come home. My mother spent all her savings taking care of my father. I was the one that invented the idea of selling ice water with our own domestic used fridge.
Wow.
And it grew from pure ice water, not pure water, no, nothing like pure water. Ice water where would they tie for nylon? It grew to lollipop, grew to Uncle Soyo, grew to farm milk yogurt, and that was how the family woke up again after several years.
Wow.
It is good.
What a
It is
story.
good to carry the children along, but like the first caller said, age appropriate information.
All right. Thank
If
you.
they are giving me the age appropriate information, maybe I wouldn't be so carried away that I would not have chosen my career. Right.
All right.
Thank you, Ayo.
Wow. And then he had to sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Habib is on the line.
Hello, what's up, Lagos?
Chester Live.
Good morning.
Welcome. Good morning. What's your name? Okay.
Yeah, my name is Habib.
Yeah.
Talk to us,
about
Habib.
the topic.
Yep.
You see, trying to let the kids know what's going on financially in the family is very, very important.
Okay.
Because when I was young, my mom actually tried to let us know how life is. See, most people try to commit suicide nowadays. It was actually as a result of the parents not letting them know what life is all about.
Yeah.
So I think the parents should try and let the kids know more about their finances.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for
So let me
sharing.
give a chance for other people also to talk.
Thank you, Habib, for being considerate. Wow.
Wow. Okay. On Facebook, we have QA Wumi Temitope Johnson says, I believe that children should be allowed to enjoy their childhood now that, he says, now that involves the adults shielding children from tough situations they face. However, as they grow, we should let them in on those information as guide of character in life. I let my 7-year-old kids, know about my challenges and allow them to pray about it. When the solution comes, I also tell them. Beautiful. I think in a nutshell, what he's trying to say is age-appropriate information.
Yeah. But he says you allow children grow and not cloud them with so many challenges and what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. David Ibiam said it is very important to carry our children along with happenings in the family. And when it comes to some sensitive matters, the way it's presented matters a lot.
I agree with you. Abimbola Fasser says there's nothing bad to let your children know some of your challenges. It will help them not to fall a victim unless it's a genetic problem.
All right.
Okay, Ifeanyi Diona says, good morning, Mr. Collins and Mrs. Andrea. Yes, it's good, but it depends on the challenges. The parents' part, true. And there's age they need to get to before telling them the challenges.
All right. Henry Kokoite says, personally, I think they should though, because it will help operate or prepare the kids mentally in case the kids face such challenges in future. I love you guys. We love you too. Osita Phillips said, on the family talk, my answer is yes and no.
Okay.
As a parent should discuss challenges with their kids if the challenge is not a sensitive one. Parents should not discuss the challenges with their kids if the challenge is a sensitive one. He said, I am just seeing you guys on air for the first time and you guys are cute. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
We have Emmanuel on the line, and Emmanuel also is a first-time caller.
From Shomalu. Hello.
What's up, Lagos?
Chester Live. Welcome.
Collins.
Yes. Ima.
Hello?
Hello, we're here.
We're here.
Just what I just want to say, like everybody because somebody like me,
I had a lot of challenges of my parents not telling me maybe how things is, even to the extent I will come back home and demand some certain things, but they will not tell me, they will not know that maybe I know what was going on at that particular time. But because they did not let me know, I will make some demand that maybe they will find it uncomfortable to cope. Even to the extent sometimes they will go and borrow to the extent to make sure that they satisfy me. So the most important thing is just let your child know how things is, so that if the child is somebody that can reduce.
Ooh.
Yeah, we get it. It's probably calling from the streets of Lagos, and it's
Thank
never
you for
quiet.
We have Josie on the line. Josie's calling from. Hello.
State.
Hello.
What's up, Lagos?
What's up, Lagos?
Just alive. You have to turn down the volume of what you're listening to in the background.
Let me leave
Okay.
that device so it will not obstruct what I have to say to you and your lovely wife.
Okay.
The alternative of man is not limited to his daily living, nor his daily giving, but to his self-believing. Man is not limited, regardless of how less he dress. He's created to be the head, even when he thinks he's not moving ahead.
Okay.
It takes a deep insight to unravel the mystery inside. Hesitation leads to confusion, then may give way to self-condemnation if the wrong admission is given to your mental satisfaction. Hence, we ask, how do we climb the fence of thorns without getting blooded? If you take a shallow advice, you may have to repeat the journey more than twice.
Okay.
And probably get blooded.
All right.
But if you seek a wise advice or a divine advice, open insight of options will be provided for you to climb the fence without getting blooded. Your solution and advice is inside.
Okay.
The options are inside your satisfaction.
Okay.
It's not outside.
All right.
Thank you.
Does that answer the question? Should parents discuss their challenges with their kids?
Yes.
Oh.
This is a summary of you seeking, because man is created limitless.
Okay.
If today you decide, Collins, if today you decide to speak to your wife without uttering a word, she will hear you.
We're talking about parents sharing their challenges with children specifically. Is it a yes
Collins,
for you and give you a point?
have you ever heard about the eye?
I'm asking
when
you.
say yes, when you say your mother gives you the eye.
Okay,
without
yes.
saying a word.
Yeah.
And maybe you're outside, you're doing something, and your mother looks at you and gives you the eye. The message passes through.
That's right. But children specifically, no, the parents are going through challenges, right? And then is it okay to tell as a parent? Are you a parent if you're not a parent? But if you
I am a parent.
Do you
My
tell your
daughter-
children when you have challenges?
That's what. Yes, my daughter gives me the most profound advice I've ever taken.
All right. Fantastic.
So it's best for you to talk to your kids, because even when you don't talk to them, that's why I said the satisfaction is within, not outside.
All right. Thank you so much, Josie. We have Wisdom. He's been on the line for a while. Wisdom is gone. That's why we say put it within the ambit of the time. I know there's a lot to say, but 1 minute is what you've got.
Okay, we have WhatsApp message, and this person says, "What's up, Lagos? I love this topic. Let me even tell you something interesting. Do you know some parents are so bitter that they intentionally don't teach their kids their local dialect because 80% of the time they discuss about their relationship or issues with other family members, it is negative. So when you hear of parents not teaching their kids local languages, a lot of them are in this category. So before they even need to explain to the children about issues, children have already picked up on it just by observing their parents talk in their local dialect.
And that's right.
What he's trying to say is some parents rather, don't teach their children their native dialect, because whenever they're having their challenges, or they're talking about what is going on in the family, they speak about it in their dialect so that their children don't get to know what is happening.
That's pretty lame, if I must say, because we watch Chinese movies and we see them do. We know that he's saying that you pass my backyard, I'll give a blow. You know what I'm saying? So
Where did you get that from?
The children could just see your action and don't need to hear what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Because you cannot be saying I will slap you, say I will slap you. You will say it in a way that it would communicate even without them understanding the language. So yeah.
That's right. Sean here says, hi the Tekes, what's up Lagos? I would support telling children age appropriate information. Children have a way of consuming everything they see and hear, and if you do not communicate with them, you will not know what perception of what they have about parents and situation at home. So you can correct them, and even at that, they will have a sense of belonging at home. You can imagine a home where there's there's always fire, it's always hot. Mom and dad are always arguing, mom and dad are always fighting, or for instance, it's not always hot, but it's cold and dead cold. And then this child goes outside to a family where you see everybody together, right? And then that child cannot, or probably that child goes to tell his friends and say, see, this thing your mom and dad is doing, my mom and dad does not do it too. My mom and dad are always abusing themselves, my mom and dad are always fighting. I think that if a parent who have sat their child down, right, and passed the information or spoken to the child, that child has a better understanding of what is going on and would rather, shield it from telling others.
And I mean, when they hear something, they can come back to the parents and talk about it.
Yeah.
Now, imagine if you heard about your parents outside, like the caller said, and then your parents didn't tell you. It's going to be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But if you had heard from your parents when they're saying what's not, because you've heard from the parents, you'll be
it doesn't matter.
You can even challenge them. Excuse me, this is not your business, and that's not what happened. Better shut up. Or come back to your parents and let them know, and then they can address it. And that way, you feel those little victories that kids have go a long way in helping their mental growth. So, more messages coming in.
I also wanted to say, parents who argue in front of their children, if you do it, you have to stop it. If you argue or fight or quarrel, have exchange of words in front of your kids, you have to stop it.
Or if you do it by mistake, because it's not easy sometimes. Some parents will say, it's not easy. It's tough to not make it happen. Especially if they are grown. Have an explanation. Minimize it. Explain to them this is what happened and it's bad. Let them know it's bad, that what you did was bad, and apologize. Because that's another topic. Parents apologizing to their children. Some parents will say nine. Anyways, let me take this message. Quick one. It says Ozualu from Ozualu Obiosa says, yes, it's quite good for parents to share their challenges to their children with your children, because it may be helpful for those children as they avoid mistakes and learn from them. Lewis Lawal, still on Facebook Live, says, very pertinent to allow our kids know what's going on, considering the age appropriateness. Like he said, you aren't doing. He said you are okay. You say you are doing fine. I get it. Well, Dante Jr. says, what's up, Lagos? Yeah, it's good for parents to carry their children along concerning the challenges the family's facing, because it will make the children wise up and also have ambition to be somebody in life and change their family situation. Now, Princess Lizzie says, quick one, it says, so what's up, Lagos? I pray you read my comment. So I believe my parents should always carry their children along, because it would help them go again. I mean, I need to go on a break. I'll come back to that. Man, he say pray, at least I read them. Okay, I can take it. He said, okay, well, I pray parents should always carry their children along, because it would help a lot, especially in presenting them to in an appropriate way. You have to present the appropriate way. Emotions is the greatest feeling. Once it's broken or tampered with, it affects those children, and in the aspects of their life, especially in their mental life and social life. We as parents are children first, and the teachers will take it. Let's not forget that. Well, let's take a break. We'll be right back with more.
We are almost out of time to change our nation. Inflation upset
deserve a secure future. If not now, when? Participate at the 27th Nigerian Economic Summit. Theme: Securing Our Future. The fierce urgency of now. Date: the 25th to the 26th of October 2021. Register on www.nesgroup.org/27.
Hi there. Do you know that you can invest your money with Fair Money? That's right. Fair Money, the quick loan app now Fair Money Microfinance Bank, offers investment opportunities that allow you to grow your wealth. By investing in Fair Money, you stand a chance to earn as high as 21% return on investment. What's even better is that Fair Money is offering to cover the liquidation cost of migrating your investment. So hurry, contact us via phone on 070-492-06939 or 01-700-1276. You can also send an email to investment@fairmoney.ng or efeosa@fairmoney.ng to start the process of migrating your investment from low-yielding returns to high-yield return investment opportunities on Fair Money. Fair Money, to the moon.
Hello, moms. Come join the Molfix Happiness Movement. Get 2 free diapers in every tween pack and 4 free diapers in every jumbo pack of Molfix Air Dry Baby Diapers. Try Molfix Baby Diapers today and experience the dryness all mothers dream of. Do not be left out. Grab your share of happiness. Join the Happiness Movement. Molfix, growing up happily.
Omnibiz, oh. Online market for your store. No enter market just to open your store. Them go deliver your goods straight to your door.
Free yourself from katakata. Nigeria independence don't reach 61 years. You say fifth gain independence from market wahala. Omnibiz go summer better retailers with prices where reach millions of naira. Don't celebrate. To chopulate this one, use promo code FREEDOM when you want check out. Make you press computer, go shop.omnibiz.com or download the app to enjoy this one. Proudly Nigeria. This better promo go end for 3rd of October.
Welcome to Lagosa. This is the story of Michael Babatunde, the first mayor of Echo Atlantic City.
What? Is this a joke? Divorce? What is this about?
Oh, you received it.
Are you out of your mind?
Actually, I'm thinking way clearer than I ever have.
Did someone put you up to this?
Because I don't have the initiative to leave my own husband?
You know exactly what I mean. We have been married for close to 30 years, Jamila. Not without our fair share of challenges. But point to me one marriage that doesn't have them.
Catch back-to-back episodes from season 1 to 3 of Lagosa every Wednesday and Thursday, 6:15 p.m., Friday, 6:45 p.m. on Nigeria Info 99.3. Starring Femi Jacobs, Michelle Dede, and Olu Jacobs as Olorogun. Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt. Are you ready?
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
All right, 11:56, and that means we need to wrap it up right now. But we have a few WhatsApp messages I'll quickly take before we head out. Samuel from Powerline Ejigwe says, good morning, the Tekes. From my own point of view, it will be better not to let them know in order not to mess up their brain and allow them to discriminate between the mom and dad in terms of issue of misunderstanding between the parents, because they won't be able to figure it out at a tender age. But once they're age 18, 20, it will be more clearer to them to ascertain the... Okay. All right.
It's a very good idea to open up to the children. They need to know the situation of the moment. Not knowing the situation at hand may make them think that a mom have changed. And
they no longer
care about us. So yeah, that's from Chukudi Benjamin Narum, sending that on Facebook too.
This conversation is quite a broad one because there are other things to look out for. There are other things to pay attention to. But we need to close the curtains for today. Tomorrow will be Techie Talk, right?
Yep. So we have some fintech conversation to talk about tomorrow. We have some guests to join us. It's going to be fun.
All right, we're stepping out. My name is Andrea Odu-obi. Teke.
This is the voice of the microphone heavyweight, Collins. Teke, God bless you.
God bless our homes.
God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bye for now.
Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.